Good evening, Professor Walker. My name is Tanisha Hutchinson, and I'll be doing a research overview research presentation. We're going to go on the summary. We're going to do overview of the data collection and management, role each stakeholder play in the action plan, and timetable for implementation. We're going to talk about the expected outcomes and benefits to the organization and the stakeholders, and the reflection. So the goal of the study is to identify the variables influencing the rise of academic achievement. By developing focused solutions, parents, legislators, and educators can improve students' performance by considering these aspects. Critical factors include student opinions, parental engagement, and instructor perceptions. The study intends to create efficient educational techniques and policies by investigating these diverse points of view. Now we're going to go to the overview of the data collection and management, which is quantitative data collection, which results from standardized testings and surveys. We have the socio-economic factors, which is access to educational resources, parental income, and educational attainment. Then we have academic growth underneath the quantitative data collection. Test results gathered over a 3-year academic period indicate academic development. Then we're going to look at the qualitative data collection. The source is semi-structured interview as a source. Participant will be parents, instructors, and students. Those are the ones who are involved. We're going to focus. The purpose of this study is to investigate participants, which is our students, perspectives of the element that support or impede the rise in academic achievement. The method is open-ended questions, which will be used in interviews to encourage participants to give detailed answers. The objective is, the goal is to record complex, individualized experiences and viewpoints that offer background information and interpretation for the numerical results. We're going to look at the role each stakeholder will play in the action plan. So first we're going to look at the student. So we have the student, right? We have the teachers, parents, school administrators, researchers, and policymakers. Students provide information for the quantitative part of the study via surveys and results from standardized tests. Take part in interviews for qualitative analysis to discuss how you think factors influencing academic process are perceived. Take part in gathering data for 3 academic years. Serve as an important source of information for determining what encourages or hinders academic success. Then we're going to look at teachers. Teachers offer information about the classroom setup and teaching methods that might impact student achievement development. Take part in interviews to discuss their perspectives on the socioeconomic elements that affect how well students academics. Work together to put the findings into practice by implementing educational interventions to enhance academic outcomes. Assist in gathering pertinent data by giving students tests or questionnaires. Then we're going to take a look at the parents. Parents take part in surveys to supply socioeconomic information, such as income and educational attainment. For quantitative analysis, provide information through interviews about how resources and family factors affect academic performance. Participation. Assist in comprehending the outside elements found in homes and communities that either facilitate or obstruct students' developments. Then we're going to look at school administrators. They make students' performance data such as test results easier to retrieve. Arrange for the administration of surveys and interviews to support institutions. Supervise the execution of any intervention created based on the student's conclusions. Make sure that data gathering and storage adhere to ethical standards. Assist with the administrative task of obtaining approval from parents and setting up interviews. Now we're going to take a look at the researchers. The researchers oversee the administration of tests, interviews, and surveys to gather data. Make sure that all study phases maintain data confidentiality and integrity. Perform the quantitative and qualitative analysis to provide useful insights into how socioeconomic issues affect academic performance. They analyze data, highlight important discoveries, and share the results with parents, teachers, and the school. Make recommendations for initiatives to improve academic outcomes based on study findings. Then we're going to go to policymakers. Make well-informed decisions regarding policies pertaining to socioeconomic justice in education by using the research findings. Work together with educational institutions to put suggested academic improvement ideas into practice. They guarantee the implementation of policy modifications grounded in research outcomes, particularly those targeting marginalized or underachieving populations. And we go over different timelines. We talk about the phase, the timeline, activities, and the stakeholder involved. So we have like a three-year data plan. I have a 3-year data plan. From preparing, planning, to the quantitative data, to the qualitative data over a period of months. Then it goes to the analysis of 1 year, then intervention design, and then it goes to the implementation, educational interventions. So the preparing would be 1 to 2 months, quantitative 3 to 5 months, qualitative 6 to 7 months, analysis year 1, data months 8 to 9, intervention design 10 to 11 months, implementing educational interventions would be 1 year. Year 2, data collection analysis, that would be 12 to 16 months. And then year 3, data collection and analysis, 16 to 24 months. Then reporting and dissemination of results, 24 to 30 months. Then policy and practice implementation, 30 to 36 months. And then it gives you all the stakeholders that are involved for each phase, and also the activities that would be implemented during those times. We're going to go to the expected outcomes and benefits to the organization and the stakeholders. The study will identify important socioeconomic variables that impact the growth of academic accomplishment across 3 academic years, such as parental educational level, income, and resource accessibility. By better understanding the difficulties experienced by children from different socioeconomic backgrounds, schools and other educational institutions would be able to provide more specialized educational support. Individualized interventions are more effective in meeting the academic needs of students, especially those from underprivileged backgrounds. With a better understanding of the outside variables affecting students' performance, teachers will be able to modify their approach to instruction. A better understanding of how their socioeconomic situation may impact their kids' academic development, empowering them to look for or offer extra help. Then the last part that we're going to talk about is the reflection. So we're gonna reflect on everything that we've talked about. Since action research fosters a deeper understanding of how theory and evidence-based solutions can be applied in real-world educational context, it has the potential to have a significant impact on my future professional practice. Action research offers a cycle of planning, doing, observing, and reflecting that enables educators to make data-driven modifications and methodically assess the efficiency of their methods. Continuous improvement is an essential technique for professional development because it pushes teachers to go beyond conventional methods and customize their instruction to each student's specific needs. By putting teachers at the center of the inquiry process, the fostering ownership of both the problems and the solution in their classroom, action research, according to Sauer in 2000, empowers teachers. Through better informed decision-making, this reflective process improves student outcomes and the educator's skills. Practitioners obtain a more comprehensive understanding of the educational difficulties they confront by including students, parents, and other educators in the research process. This result is more inclusive and responsive treatments. This kind of cooperation can change the culture of the learning environment and make it more accommodating to the requirements of various learners. This facet of action research will be extremely helpful to me in my future career since it will facilitate the creation of more equitable and successful teaching strategies that cater to the needs of all students, especially those from disadvantaged backgrounds. Finally, action research encourages a professional inquiry and lifelong learning perspective, which is critical for adjusting to the changing needs of education. The capacity to carry out research and put evidence-based treatments into practice will be essential as educational policies, technologies, and students' demographics change. According to Stringer 2013, action research enables teachers to adapt to these changes and keep improving their methods to provide better instruction for their students. This method will help me stay proactive in my search for new tactics and introspective in my future practice, so I may constantly be striving to give my students the greatest education possible. Thank you.